What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I got kind of a little bit of a different episode for you today. Actually headed to the gym, so pardon me. But there's two things that I've seen a lot of like coming across all my different pages. I've got a huge page on Facebook and pretty big one on Instagram, stuff like that. And that's pretty much all I do all the time is create content. And I've been noticing some trends in the comments because I read about 90% of the comments. It's hard to read them all because, you know, one post will get like 300-400 comments on it. So it's kind of hard to do that. But there's two things that I've noticed recently, especially one of them very recently as I've started the coyote swap. But one of the old issues that continues to prop up, good God, I can't even talk, continues to pop up is LS swaps. And I swear to God, I can make a post about LS swaps and it will have 1,000 comments in an hour. Doesn't matter what I say. I can just put LS swap and nothing else. Okay, LS swap and a question mark, and it'll have 1,000 comments in an hour. So that's issue number one that I want to cover, because that is a issue of mass contention. And my stupid car is beeping. I hate this car, but it's a beater and I love it. Number two is coyote hate. Yes, believe it or not, I have been experiencing coyote hate, and I can't really understand it. But I'm gonna try to like put my spin on it and just like kind of dive into it a little bit and like my perspective. Everybody's got their own car, everybody's got their own opinions, and all of that is okay, but I'm going to give you my take and what I think about all this stuff. So, but right now, I got to go get my sweat on and put my seatbelt on. Alright, so gym time is over, and I spared you the sight of me dripping with sweat, and probably could have smelled it through the camera, so I just went ahead and didn't add that to the video. So it's a nasty rainy day today, and I got a bunch of errands to run, but I wanted to tackle this whole LS swap and coyote hate deal. I know it's going to be kind of controversial and I may piss some people off, but it's what happens, you know, part of life. Everybody has feelings, everybody has opinions, you know what opinions are like. But anyway, this is my take, this is my opinion. The whole premise of LS swaps, because I've been in the conversation a million times, and here's the reasoning I get. Number one, it's cheap, and the second reason that I get is people put them in fox-body-mustangs because fox-body-mustangs just work at the track, which I think is kind of ironic, because these same people will say how crappy the chassis is on a Fox, you know, like, oh, it flexes, it's this, it's that, but I'm gonna put a Chevy motor in it because Camaros suck ass and they don't work on the track, but a Fox does, even though they're terrible. So those are the two reasons I get. It's cheap to do. Yes, you can go buy a 5.3 engine out of a truck and drop it in a car. Okay, I get it, that's fine, but it still doesn't tell me why you don't put it in a Camaro. However, I digress. This is my reasoning why I don't think you should swap anything, basically, as far as going, like, mingling brands. My whole thing is I love competition. I'm a Ford guy, in case you hadn't noticed. But, yeah, I do like all cars. I think all cars are cool. If it's freaking fast, or it's lifted, or it goes off-road, or it's got a $5,000 stereo, whatever, chances are I'm probably gonna think it's pretty freaking cool. You know, I like stuff like that. I like dirt bikes, I like crotch rockets, all of that. So, with that being said, I'm mainly a car guy and mainly a Ford guy, and I like competition. You know, when I pull up to the track, I'm not looking for another Mustang to beat. I'm looking to beat a Camaro's ass, or a Corvette's ass, or a Charger, or Challenger, whatever. So that's the competition. You know, the Honda guys want to smoke the Toyota guys, and the Nissan guys want to smoke the, I don't know what Nissan guys race, but that's the competition. You know, you've got Ford versus Chevy, you've got Dodge versus Ford and Dodge versus Chevy, all that. And that's good. That's cool. You know, you want to smoke a Hemi or an LS or whatever. When you start mingling them together, you lose that. Okay, what is it now? Well, yeah, it's a Mustang, but it's got a Chevrolet engine in it. So is it a Chevy? Is it a Ford? What is it? Pardon me, weekly gas stop in the beater. So, like I was saying, that is my main premise on not specifically LS swaps, but I mean that's the sphere I'm in. I'm into fox-body-mustangs mainly, and that's the highly contentious and ridiculously contested subject when it comes to fox-body mustangs. So there you have it. Now, again, I've got friends that have done this, that have LS swap cars. It's not a big deal. It's not what I prefer, not what I would do, but that doesn't matter. It's their car. You do what you want. That's just my opinion. So with the whole controversial LS swap thing out of the way, I have to move on to the latest and greatest issue that I've seen pop up. And trust me when I say there's nothing I can do to please everybody, and I don't try, but I do get a little bit frustrated sometimes when I see comments like push rod for life, or why don't you leave what belongs in the car, stuff like that. I swear to God I'm getting comments like this because I'm coyote swapping my car. Now here's the deal. The 5-liter Coyote is a Ford engine. It is going in a Ford car. I don't see the issue there. Years ago, when mod motors came out, they were junk, basically. The 4.62 valve and 4 valve, they didn't really make any power. They were complicated. Ford didn't have them figured out. There just wasn't much there, and that's why you didn't see swaps a whole lot. Okay, fast forward to 2004, 2003, the Terminator came out, and they were making serious power. They were, getting all the bugs worked out of the 4-valve engines, and that's when you started seeing a lot of modular swaps in Fox bodies. Now, granted, there was some before that. Okay, I get that, but the modular engines didn't have a whole lot of respect up until around 2000 and late 2002 when the Terminator started hitting the street. So for all of these years after the 5-liter went away out of the Mustang, there really hasn't been a whole lot to cheer about or swap or get all excited about coming from Ford. And then, like I said, 2011 came along and the 5-liter came out, and this little 302 4-valve is making, I think those were doing 412 horsepower for 2011. Pardon me. So 412, 411, something like that in 2011. And that's when everybody basically sat up and they're like, oh hell, this is huge. This is naturally aspirated. The Terminators were supercharged and came in at 390, and so we've got like a 20 horsepower advantage on an engine that's naturally aspirated. So yeah, everybody was freaking excited. Okay, so for the next couple of years, there were a few pioneers that, like really good shops that went after the swaps and like figured them out. Kurgan Motorsports was one of them. There was a few. Sean Hyland did one. Anyway, but that was 2011. Now this is 2017, 6 years later, and a whole bunch of companies have emerged to make this swap possible, and dare I say easy. And so it's taking off like wildfire because it's a ton of power. It's a factory built engine, which means you've got reliability, sometimes even a warranty. And with boost, I mean, you're easily 650, without breaking a sweat. So what's not to get excited about? All right, guys, so there you have it. My fantastic, wonderful opinion on LS swaps and coyote hate. No, I don't prefer LS swaps, but you do with your car whatever you want to do with your car. And why? Because it's your car. As far as a coyote swap hate, I'm sorry, I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm putting a Ford engine in a Ford, and I personally think we ought to be like doing song and dance, because Ford finally gave us something that is worthwhile to swap, that does make power with all the technological advances that it has. I mean, we're talking 302 cubic inches, tiny little motor, and this thing will easily put down 400 to the ground, essentially stop. My good friend Carlos Sobrino, NMRA Coyote stock, has gone 947 with a factory sealed from throttle body to oil pan Coyote engine. As far as I'm concerned, that's something to be ridiculously excited about, that Ford finally did something, and I love it. And that's why it's going in my car. So drop a comment down below and tell me what you think. Give me your opinion. Hey, doesn't hurt to discuss it. And it's okay to have a difference of opinion. If all cars were the same, this wouldn't be much fun, would it? So drop me a comment down there. Just tell me what you think on both subjects. And if you think I'm an asshole, tell me I'm an asshole. I promise I can take it. And, you know, we're going to move on. Lots more coming. 5 videos a week. Even if you just see me, like, shuffling papers around on my desk, I'll have 5 videos a week. So if you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button, like, and share. I would greatly appreciate it. And I'll be back tomorrow with more wonderful, possibly worthless information to totally bore you with. All right, guys, have a good night, and I'll be back with you tomorrow. Later.